Welcome back to Bachi Chronicles. Um, Still talking about military stuff. I don't think of anything else extremely exciting happened that I could talk about. Um, in the Navy, I mean, we traveled a lot. You get to go to a lot of countries, and that's awesome. I mean, Thailand, Philippines, Singapore, uh, Hong Kong, Korea, Australia, Guam. I mean, you hit some ports like I'm not a fan of where we went in Korea. I wasn't really happy, but Australia was nice. Sydney, I wasn't really too keen on Sydney, but I loved Perth. Perth was amazing. Um, Guam's a small island, so I mean it's like Hawaii. You're just there for a few days and you run out of things to do. And you got to remember we're out to sea for like 45 days straight, and at the time we were all male, only male ship. So there's no girls on board. There's no just a bunch 5,000 guys. And when you pull into a port, you got your two types of guys. You have your go crazy guys, and then you have your chill at the hotels and relax guys. So or go do tours and stuff like that. I remember we went to Australia one time, and the military tries to set up a lot of tours for the people, so to help them out, to get them, do stuff. And you pay a quarter of the price what would usually cost. I'm sure the military picks up the bill, so that's good. I mean, they really try to get you out there, like snowboarding tours. You can pay a couple $100s, and they take you up to the mountains and do all the snowboarding. So it saves you money because the military doesn't pay well. Don't if you're officer, if you're way up the chain, yeah, you get good money. But a low guy like us, you're barely making $1,500 a month. And I mean, it might sound a lot, but you're in Japan, it costs a little different. And of course, military is all free, the food and medical and stuff. But if you go out into town and go to a club, that's $30, $40 just to get in. So anyway, so went to Australia, and there was two tours. There was one where you could go that I remember. There was one you could go drink wine, and at the end they do like a little go out to like it's not a desert, but like an empty area, and you do like I guess a barbecue or something. I don't drink. Well, I mean, I'm not really a drinker, so drinking wine didn't have any appeal to me whatsoever. So I took the other one, which was rappelling into a lake. So I mean, that sounds like fun. You rappel down a cliff into the water and stuff. And I always want to learn how to rappel. So me and my friend, I think Sanders. I think I went with Sanders and a couple of the other guys. So anyway, we're rappelling down this rock, but the problem is the the lake has jellyfish. It's just full of jellyfish, like this river. But the Australian guy was like, no, no, they're fine. Just stay away from the blue ones. There's like 5 million jellyfish. How do you know which one is blue? I mean, we were just like, I mean, we did it. It was scary because you're just all in these jellyfish and you just splash them away. They're like, oh, they don't sting you. Only the blue ones or the green ones or whatever they are the ones you need to be careful with. So, hold on a second, battery's low. So, it was fun. I mean, it was nerve wracking because when you get to the bottom, you jump into the water, and then there's just billions of jellyfish, and you swim to this little boat, and then they take you back to the shore, and then you go back up the mountain and do it again. But the jellyfish thing was a little stressful because I mean, I'm from Missouri, so the only thing I heard about jellyfish wasn't good. So swimming through literally just everywhere you look, jellyfish was stressful. So anyway, so the other tour, now this is the one I didn't go on, but I wish I would have saw it. So they took you to like 4 or 5 wine vineyards, and you taste wine or whatever, how many of it was. So these guys have been out to sea for 45 days. They have no alcohol. Their tolerance for alcohol is zero, and they're going to taste wine. So I'm sure by the second wine vineyard, they're already drunk. So the end of the tour, this was their. So to pick up where I left off, they took them out to this wine tasting thing, which these guys had no alcohol tolerance whatsoever. They haven't drinking in probably 45, 50 days, whatever, however long we were out to sea. And they get them wasted. I mean, I'm serious, probably the third glass of wine, these guys were done, and they went to different vineyards doing this. So, and the people who like to drink, they they don't know when to stop. Most of them, those military young guys, even the older ones too. So anyway, to get them wasted, they take them out to an open field to do a little barbecue picnic, whatever it was, and teach them how to throw boomerangs. Now you can't make this stuff up. This is just what it is. I mean, they thought having 20 or 30 drunk, wasted military guys out in the open field throwing boomerangs was a good idea. I would have given anything to see this. From what the stories that I heard was, it was a mess. There's, people were coming back to the ships with like knots on their head. Uh, they were coming back with bruises all over their back. I mean, people were just chucking these things, and if they flew, they flew. If they didn't, they didn't. But there was no catching it when they come back. I guess the guy told them when it comes back, you're supposed to clap your hands to catch it, like, you know, like this kind of thing. These guys are wasted. They went to 3 vineyards. Their brain to their hands, the speed, what they thought they were doing and what they're actually doing was totally different. I mean, it probably looked like this. I mean, think about it. He was like, yeah, so when it comes, just catch it like that. These guys are probably. So anyway, it was a lot of injuries on that tour. So I think we got reimbursed on both of those tours, on both of those little military outings. The Boomerang guys who almost killed themselves got reimbursed, and then we got reimbursed because the water was full of jellyfish and it wasn't like what was explained. So that's that story. But on a good note, the military is good about trying to help you find things to do. You just got to kind of read between the thin lines. So anyway, that's that story. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's try to think what else coming up. All right, talk to you later.